All right, guys, you've been with us for a while, The Real South Africa, and guess what? We have another interview with a couple that came all the way from Dallas. Check it out.
Guys, so I'm back with the guest here. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Tori Jones is my wife.
Rochelle Jones.
Rochelle.
All right, tell everybody where you guys are from and how you ended up in South Africa.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Hey, we're from the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas. Watching the Blantons on YouTube, saw that they had a nice thing going. I wanted to put the proper to the test.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I talked to my wife about it, and she got online and started doing her little research. And she said, "Okay, let's do this. Let's do this for the family, because our family likes to travel. They go across the world, states, different places, and we wanted to see Africa. Now I've been going to some other countries in Africa, but
that's good.
Never this far south. Been to Congo and different places like that, but never this far south. And like I said, we saw the videos and
Those horrible videos.
Oh no, not horrible at all. But just curiosity starts to grow, more. So, like I said, I wanted to put the proper to the test. So we made that initial short little trip, like we're gonna do our 6 days. And like I said, it'll probably be more for the family to go back and let them know how the experience was.
I'm gonna go back to what you said in a second, but what's your version of the story, Rochelle?
I agree. I think he watched you guys for about a year. He was like, we need to go to South Africa. And, of course, I was like, okay, just due to all the
What's
things
going on in the world.
that I've heard about Africa. And
So you heard nothing but good things. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, I heard some scary things, but
How those scary things pan out for you?
not true. None of them.
I mean, we're close to Halloween, so maybe,
No, I feel very safe and comfortable. So.
Yeah, a lot of things was in order.
Yeah.
Working with the fire department, you have to have some kind of order, some kind of structure. And the itinerary was structured nice and good, and I think y'all also, could customize if we wanted to, whatever,
A little bit here and there.
Yeah, in there. And where y'all had it laid out,
It was perfect.
we was
Excellent.
into what, on the hour, we was doing it.
Yeah.
We was out there doing it,
Now let's get back to this. You wanted to give this proper. You wanted to test out what it means to be proper. Explain that to the people.
Well, I'm understanding what definition of proper is,
So what are you seeing? What are you seeing out here?
I'm seeing a lot of luxury. I'm seeing people going about their business in a orderly fashion. Nothing crazy or nothing you have to go hunt down a manager and just things that don't flow.
Yeah.
That you have to get into it with. It's a comfortable feeling. It's knowing that you have relax, and you don't have to worry about. The key word is worry.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about too much.
And that you're invited. Sometimes you travel places and you get the stares like you're not supposed to be here or what are you doing here? So it's a very comfortable feeling, very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable.
I think some people get used to it. They do after a while, being here for a few days. We've had people that were highly uncomfortable at first. Like, can we go in there? And we're like, yes, you have reservations. They go through with their reservation, then they get seated. And it takes maybe a day or so, but then they're super comfortable. And then they are expecting it to be that way. And then, unfortunately, they end up going back to the U.S. They do contact us and say, man, I can see the difference between where I am and where I went.
I will say this. The history is very important to get a grasp when you come here.
Yeah.
So it'll help you understand everything, a lot of what these people been through and what they're going through, and then you can relate and you'll have a bridge, because some of the same things they went through, we went through.
Yeah.
You know, it might have been at a different time, but you can see a lot of similarities in the culture, but maybe with different language or whatever. You'll see the difference in that, but overall you'll see a likeness. It's hard to put in words, but
yeah. And with this, I feel like with this tour, as I stated, even if you didn't study or don't know that much about the history, once I took this tour, I know a lot more, and I'm prepared to learn a lot more. So I learned a lot.
Up some doors.
It opened up the doors. It opened my eyes to a lot of things that I did not know prior to coming.
Because they won't teach us this in the U.S.
No, I never learned this.
Yeah, and we're not, not smart people. We're all smart people,
right?
And but when they keep this off of our radar, which they generally do, but it tends to get on their radar somehow. I don't know how, but it gets on their radar. I guess they're talking to each other. So now we're talking to each other as Americans, and then on top of that, you get opportunity to meet South Africans who are telling you what's really going on.
And then you get to see. And like I said, my degree is sociology, so. Yeah, and I knew nothing. I didn't know that much about, African society.
There you go.
I didn't know.
It's Soweto. It's
the heart of South Africa.
Yes. When you go there, you talk to people that tell you where they been, where they at, and where they want to go. It ain't perfect. Don't get me wrong. It's far from perfect, but you can see the growth happening in there. And for some reason, some American influence too. I don't know how. I don't know if it's through the R&B music or something. I don't know. They hearing something. But, you can see in some of the one of the restaurants, y'all. What was the name of it?
1947.
1947. I mean, they were playing R&B music.
It makes you feel home, but you got to keep in mind, and some people have heard. Maybe you heard it. That's during apartheid, they listened to Motown and our R&B music. That and a lot of them call it struggle music because that was during their time when they would just be, where they were.
Makes sense.
And
It makes sense because they love it. They love R&B music.
Yeah, they love it. And they know the music just as well as we do, and they react the exact same way we do when we hear it. They be like, they put a nice little Patti Bell cut on, and they go, oh man, that was, and they start remembering back in the day and things like that. So. We do have an influence, and people don't realize that, like even television wasn't something that was everywhere. Like in the 80s, it was everywhere in the U.S. It wasn't all that good, but we had it. They didn't have that, but eventually they did. So it's interesting.
Yes,
so
very.
With the more people that are becoming aware of this, man, I can see a bridge being, developed, and I think one thing is word of mouth, is probably some of the best, really through our family, because we kind of like the spearhead on this front.
Yeah, of course.
Because we already been getting calls, the calls on, are you all right? Those in, sending pictures right off the bat, like they got that there,
Yes.
I say, I was seeing more Mercedes and BMWs and
at the hotel, there's an Aston Martin. I've never seen one of those in my life.
At the hotel, I'm like, God, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you seeing it.
Yeah.
You seeing it. It's building.
Yeah. At the end of the day, and you're 100% right. Our goal, is to do the grassroots thing. I was there when Obama was becoming president, and it was all grassroots. Nobody knew who he was, but then eventually they found out, and we all rallied behind him. Of course, there were others that did too, and he became president. And the people here, they need our support as much as a lot of people are wealthy, but we know there's a lot of inequality on this side. And so the more people that come here, patronize, they start seeing this here, things will change.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, things will change.
I can see that.
Yeah, and a lot of the growth that you're seeing, I mean, just in our time being here over the years, we've seen, exponential growth. But my hometown, where I come from, it's still shrinking. It's still getting smaller.
Yeah.
And more of my people that I grew up with got more problems than they ever had. And these people are coming up out of it all the time. So, but coming here as a tourist is the way to go.
Yeah, just what they say, get your feet wet, you know, and then you explore. And like I said, we already been talking about Durban.
Next trip.
Yeah,
I think it is Durban.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, man, the next adventure. You know, next adventure.
I feel good. I'm excited. I'm happy that we took this trip. Everything has been excellent.
So you would tell other folks, like people you don't know,
Yes.
that's probably watching this video, saying why is she wearing those Ray-Bans? Anyway, I'm wearing my glasses too. Probably, you know, but they're probably wondering, like, what is it really, really like to be here? I mean, could you kind of tell them what it's really, really like to be here and what it kind of means a little bit?
Well, you know, it's you know, like I said, I traveled to different parts of Africa already, but you know, it's like I said, it's a lot going on the continent. But I really believe South Africa is making those moves. You know, and when you say what it feels like to be here, it feels good to see. It's good to see that you know, not what the media portray, but what you can see with your own eyes. That they're really trying. They're really making those moves to better the country. Just get the world out there to know, hey, South Africa is coming up. It's
on the way.
It's on the map, and it gives you a good feeling inside that they're trying. They really, you know.
And the good part about it is that we could be a part of that.
We can be a part of that.
Yep.
You know,
By default.
That's why
travel everywhere else, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want to get in. I didn't want to compare countries. Like, I'm not going to compare, but I will say this much. Some other African countries have a handout, like a lot of corruption and stuff. But I didn't see none of that.
Yeah.
Here, you know, I've been to some other African countries where you couldn't move without a hand out. That you know, get the wheels rolling.
Yeah.
It's supposed to roll naturally.
Yeah.
But in order for it to roll even faster, that hand was out.
Yeah.
None of that, you know. If anything, you did it out of appreciation of what they doing. There's a difference between appreciation and, hey, I ain't gonna do it unless, you know.
Yeah. Something they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, something they're supposed to be doing. And that's why I appreciate a lot about South Africa. You know, the hand is now, then they, you know.
Yeah.
So that's very lucky.
And the people, they've been kind to you a little bit,
Yes,
right?
they're very kind.
Yeah.
Very kind, very kind. They sent out a search party for me earlier today, you know. They didn't know the search party was actually the party that was, you know, taking me where I needed to go.
Everybody's been kind, not just at the hotel, but at the malls, the shops.
The people that work for y'all, that very educational
very informative
on South Africa. Yeah, very informative. To the point, like I said, the history part of it, gives you a better understanding of where this country been and where it's going, and where it is now. You know, because you know you can get totally confused with how they have, you know, black, colored,
The different whites.
different whites or whatnot. Yeah, Africana. You can get totally confused behind all that stuff. But that, you know, the people y'all had, and you know, they cleared it up.
Right. And it's important. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but you can't just rely on somebody who's been here, you know, for a couple weeks. You know, maybe somebody on YouTube saying, "Well, this is what they heard." But when you hear it directly from a proper guide, which we always make sure that everyone that comes has a proper guide so they can get the real scoop about what's happening here. You can ask questions. They know everything. You're just not sitting in the car riding around just looking at buildings.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, okay, that's this, and then your appreciation of where you are it increases.
Yes.
It increases. So those are the types of things that, again, we tell people, but you know, initially they are only concerned with, you know, where am I staying, this, that, and the third. But the part that they really don't appreciate or don't know is the fact that when they have that guide that's going to be sitting in that front seat, telling them what's going on and putting you in a position to walk away with some knowledge, because you're going to get on the plane.
Even interact, even interact with, you know, say, hey, you can talk to him, because it was, she was really busy. Was it Mandela? What was it? What it like? They have the water running.
The Mall of Africa.
The Hector Peterson Museum.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, the Hector Museum. It was the lady brother. She was actually there talking to different people.
Right.
We didn't get a chance to talk because she was so many people around her.
Yeah.
But they have the picture of her brother being carried.
Yeah.
And she was on the side of, you know, but if we had to stay long enough, we probably could have interacted with her and talked to her and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it just going to tell you how people are approachable and they're just right there, just ready to give you the history.
Yeah.
And what took place there, you know. Man, I mean, you could have been there all day and you never got all the history, because it was just so much happened.
Yeah. But they're living it firsthand. It's not like, you know, us, sometimes we telling our stories and we keep the stories alive. These are people that were there.
They were there.
They were firsthand.
Right.
This is what's happening.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. You know,
It was wonderful.
It was powerful. It was powerful.
Okay.
You know, and it kind of reminds you, like I said, kind of reminds you of some of the same similarities of what we went through in the 60s, whatever. But there was more. I can remember the stuff like that, you know, back in 91, 90s when, you know, you see it on TV, but you quite didn't understand what was going on, because they just showed you that one side of town.
It looks more like a rebellion.
You know? But you was thinking whole South Africa as a whole, but through this trip, you got a good understanding of what was going on.
What really happened.
What really going on, yeah.
I mean, we do the luxury side. I think we do it well.
Yes.
We do?
Yes, do it well.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a hotel inspector. It was very clean.
Yes, she is. She gonna turn them cheeks back and make sure, you know.
Because I heard in France, they got like a bed bug problem.
Oh, yeah.
They don't get you.
Right. But you know, we do the luxury side very well.
Yes.
We do all the, you know, the service side, make sure you get everything you need to do. But we do, you know, concern ourselves with the cultural side, you know, of what you're going to see. So it's important.
It's very important.
Yeah. And then plus, you know, you guys are feeling like you're part of South Africa just for a short while.
Yes.
Because of your skin tone. I mean, that helps. That helps. You know?
Oh yeah. In the safari, I tell you what, it was on point too.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah. Just when we gave up on a couple
The
animals.
big five or
The tour guide that brought us took us up there, right?
Yeah.
He said, well, you know, hey, let's go back to.
he knows that part.
Yeah.
He took it upon himself to go the extra mile. So let's just roll
A
back
literal
to,
extra mile.
a little extra mile.
Yes.
And actually went found two more of the big five.
Yeah, we saw rhinos, and then we also saw a pack of lions.
Yeah, the pack of lions, because you know,
Lions. Yes, we saw like
that morning we probably had gave up on the lions.
the male,
Okay.
the female, and some little baby cubs.
It's crazy, huh?
But after lunch, the guy, they said, well, you know what, let's just, you know.
So are y'all pressed for time now? So he took us
He
back
took
out.
us
and
back out.
found
Yeah.
some of the
And so that's
additional things. Yeah.
that speaks a lot on y'all part for, you know, knowing who y'all, you know,
Said the guys-
sending out and
the guys
guys
very-
and, you know they'll probably go that extra mile and, you know, just to, you know, make sure that we get served properly.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's talk about this for a second. Now, you guys were out in what's the word is? You guys were out in nature for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, did it remind you of like a zoo or something like that, or what did it remind you of? I mean, because you're in nature, it's a little different. Seeing the animals, seeing the animals doing their thing in space.
Hands on, because at any time the animals can be right there.
Right in the Jeep with you.
Right there, you know. Yeah, they can be right there.
So yeah, it's different. They're free. They're not caged. They're roaming around as they want to be. So
They're gonna do what they do.
in their natural habitat.
We gotta do what they do.
Yeah.
And they gonna we didn't get so lucky, but I was ready for one to pounce on the gazelle. I was just looking for it. But you know, hey, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. You know, because we do trips out to Kruger, which is a little bit more intense and whatnot. And 5-star, you know how we do. You've seen it. It's proper. Off the well, you say I say that a lot, but it's so proper.
That's why I have to find out what this proper means.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Then you go on game drives in the morning. You go in the evening. It's all about checking the animals out, relaxing, being in that space. And as you spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you just power down so far. You know, as far as like your soul, your energy is just you know, and then you gotta leave. But besides that, it's all good. It's all good. So, is there anything you guys want to add?
Well, like I said, we got some things on the agenda. You know, Durban and even Cape Town, because we want to do the whole thing just to say, we've seen everything, did everything.
Yeah, but you're gonna pick up a lot of stuff. Trust me, your whole situation is gonna change. Right. You're gonna be back in the States saying, you know what, I ain't gonna buy that. I'm gonna get back to South Africa, and stuff like that. So,
so I would add, if you're thinking about coming and you're thinking about booking, do it. Do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you here next time in sunny South Africa.
All right, guys, welcome to the Real South Africa. As you guys know, we are your travel and tourism experts here in South Africa. So we're going to be bringing you to this great location. This is a post-1994 South Africa. There's so much going on. You guys are missing it. So we want to bring you to some of the best locations because guess what? They got the best beaches, got some of the best food, some of the best activities, and of course, we do it all first class. So all I can say is go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com. You can book your trip to Durban. You can come to Cape Town. You could do the absolute most. And if you've never been to South Africa before, you are missing out. So we welcome you to this great land, to this great country. Come here with the Real South Africa. See you soon. You have reached the Real South Africa, and we are your travel and tourism company based here in South Africa. And of course, we are always talking about safari lodges. They are one of the best places to go to, and you're going to be able to experience it with us. As you see, going on safari is absolutely exhilarating. But in this case, we always do 5-star safari lodges, and in this case it is no different. This one here is very, very special because this is built on a train, and this is the only one in the entire world. It is located in Kruger National Park, and we want you guys to come to experience this 5-star opulent experience. It is amazing. I can't explain it to you any better than what you're seeing here. All you need to do is reach out to us at therealsouthafrica.com. And then, of course, you can go ahead and click on Kruger on one of the tabs or contact us via email. But as you see, the food is amazing. Everything is nice. And this is what you deserve. So let's go ahead and make this a normal event for yourself and come to South Africa. You will be amazed. Okay, you have made it. You have made it to South Africa. I know it's on a lot of people's bucket list, and now you are here. Coming to a safari in South Africa is something special and should be celebrated because when you get here, as you see, it is going to be an experience of a lifetime, something you'll never ever are going to forget and you will talk about forever. So booking a trip with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism to Kruger National Park here in South Africa is one of the most amazing places you can be, simply because of the amenities, the accommodations, the food, the vibe, the experience. There is nowhere on the planet that you're going to be able to do exactly what you're seeing right now. Being out in nature is something that we all have gotten away from. Now it's time to go back. And we could do it for you here at the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. As you see, we talk about safari lodges a lot, and now you actually see why it's important that you actually go out and have a good time. Getting back to nature, meeting good people, enjoying yourself, decompressing from all the days and months of work before you were getting here. I know you was excited to get that spa treatment. I know you were thinking about it the entire time. And now that you're here, you're going to eat some good food. You're going to get treated very well. And all I can say to you is coming to sunny South Africa will probably be the best choice. So I would say book your trip on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. Contact us if you have any questions, and we're going to make your time here amazing. See you.
Spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.